Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Hello Miss Donna. My name is ALVITO RAFA PRAMUDYA. You can call me Vito. I will tell my experience on a walk from Bekasi to Yogyakarta. On Monday night, May 9, 2024, I and my family went to go to Yogyakarta tomorrow. I and my family go out the house to buy goods and snacks, so as not to be hungry on the trip tomorrow. And I also eat out with my family. That I go to sleep immediately. After I finishing eating, I went straight home to the night and rest. We continue again one day too. Bye bye. Ending my story yesterday. After I woke up at 4 in the morning, I was ready and I went to my sister's house to leave the key to the house. While I was on vacation to Yogyakarta at 7 in the morning, I departed from Bekasi to Depok. First, because someone wanted to get food for parents is in Yogyakarta. After I went to my brother's house in Depok. I immediately left for Yogyakarta. When I arrived at the Kali Kangkung toll road, the route was really jammed because there was a car accident on the sidewalk. I slept while waiting for traffic to finish. After a long time, I was waking up, turned out to have arrived in Solo, and I went down to sit in Solo. We continue again one day 3. Bye bye. We continued my story yesterday. After I went down to eat soto in Solo, I continued my journey to Yogyakarta. The trip before arriving in Yogyakarta, I stopped by typical of Solo. After bringing by me, I continued my journey until arrived at Yogyakarta. When I go to Yogyakarta, I went straight to my grandmother's sister's house to stay there during a vacation to Yogyakarta. When I arrived at my grandmother's sister's house, I immediately dropped the goods. After I dropped my items, I was invited to eat with my brother from my grandmother. After eating, me and my father rested for a moment before leaving again. We continue again one day 4. Bye bye. In my story yesterday, after I rested for a moment with my father, I was invited by my father to Yogyakarta Square, as well as looking for my warm eating. Before eating noodle, I went to buying typical Yogyakarta sandals for my home. After I bought Yogyakarta typical sandals, I also eat warm. After eating warm, I was invited by my grandmother, who was in Yogyakarta, to where she used to go to school and tourism in the Yogyakarta night. After the night ride in Yogyakarta, I went home to continue my activities the morning. The next day, the day I woke up at 5 a.m. to pray at dawn and walk in the morning. We continue again one day 5. Bye bye. I will continue my story yesterday. I woke up in the morning and I went to the Yogyakarta market to buy food such as fried both food or chicken porridge. After I walked for a while, I found a room near my grandmother's house. I also invited my family to eat there. After eating, I continued walking in the morning until 10 o'clock. In the afternoon, I returned to my grandmother's house to be cleaned. After cleaning, I played basketball while waiting for the Zuhur call to prayer. After the call to prayer, I arrived. I prayed the Zuhur first. After I prayed Zuhur, I played handball with my sister until answer prayer. After azan, I pray Asar with my family. We continue again one day 6. Bye bye. Story yesterday. After I prayed Asar with my family, I was invited to my grandmother to take her meeting at the house of Mr. Erte. I took my grandmother on motorcycle. When on the road, I moved for a while to buy a drink for me and my grandmother after drinking. I immediately continued to take my grandmother to Mr. Erte's house. When I arrived at Mr. Erte's house, I was waiting for my grandmother to go outside while playing Kelpon. After a long time, my grandmother was finished to meet with my Erte house and my grandmother returned home. When I got home, I asked my grandmother making my favorite food because I have eaten my favorite food made by grandma. We continue again one day 7. Bye bye. I will continue my story yesterday. After I ate my favorite food that my grandmother made, my kelpon for a moment because I wanted to play with the children in my grandmother's house in Yogyakarta. After I played my kelpon for a while, I took a shower to go. My cousin went. I was in Magetan, went to Magetan at 1 noon. When on the way, I didn't go directly to Magetan. I stopped by the tour in Yogyakarta. I played and eating the tour until 3 o'clock. I went to the tour. I just continued my journey to Magetan. I arrived at Magetan at 7 p.m. I stopped by to eat first. We continue again one day 8. Bye bye. My story yesterday. After I moved to it, after that I continued to my house in Magetan. Until there, I immediately cleaned and helped my father drop my what I bought in Yogyakarta. I stayed at my house in Magetan for 3 days. On the first day, I began with a morning walk around Magetan. I went to the Magetan market to eat pecel tepo. Was typical Magetan food. After I eat, I continue home to clean, and I went to help my mbah make tepo. No, my mbah many really like to know my mbah. We continue again one day 9. Bye bye. I will continue my story yesterday. I will explain my story the second and this day. On the second day after I helped I made tepo no, I immediately rested for the next day. The next day, I was invited my mother and father to brother's house together for a moment. After that, I was invited to go to grab my mother from my mother. After that, I went home to be clean because to the job. On the second day, one day I was invited to a ram swimming pool by my birthday in Magetan. I played with my brother for quite a long time, and after I swim, I immediately took a shower and went straight home because I wanted to go to Yogyakarta again. We continue again one day 10. Bye bye. Story yesterday, and this is the end of my story. After I from Magetan, I went back to Yogyakarta because I wanted to go back to Bekasi. While on my way to Yogyakarta on the road to stop to perform Asar prayer because I had interment. I was after prayer. I continued my journey to Yogyakarta. Arriving in Yogyakarta, I was immediately invited to Malioboro. I was there on motorcycle car, and I went around to search buy and bought clothes there. Thank you for listening to my story. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.